What is an equivalent fraction?
So an equivalent fraction is a fraction that is fractions that are equal or of the same value. So there are different ways in which we can find out or solve for an equation fraction. So here I have two sets of equivalent fraction. I have 6 over 10 and I have half. So let's start with half. And something that you need to note is when you're doing equivalent fractions, you need to be very knowledgeable of your multiplication table, as well as you need to have some idea of how to divide and multiply. So let's start with half. So we have half is equal to box over 6. We don't know what box is. However, we do know that the denominator of this fraction is 6. And we do know that we're starting with half. So we are now going to ask ourselves, for half, the denominator, which is 2, how many times can I get 2 out of 6? So we're going to go to our multiplications table now. And if we go there, we will see that it's 3 times. Because if I multiply 2 by 3, I will get 6. So the number that I used to multiply 2 was 3, and that's how I got 6. And when you're doing equivalent fractions, whatever you do to the denominator, you're going to do it to the numerator. Whatever you do to the numerator, you're going to do it to the denominator. And you're using the same digit. So here we did 2 multiplied by 3, it gave us 6. And we're going to be doing the same thing here. So we're going to say 1 multiplied by 3, that's going to give us 3. So let's now look at 6 over 10, which is equal to box over 5. So now they swapped it around. So now we will want to find out what number can I multiply this denominator 5 by to get this denominator 10. And if we go back to our multiplications table, we will see that it's 2. So we multiplied 2 by 5, and that gave us 10. So now we want to find out what number would we multiply 2 by to get 6. So we multiplied 2 by that number to get 10. So instead of doing the multiplications for this side, we're going to do the reverse. So we're going to use 2. We're going to say, how many times can I get 2 out of 6? And if we go and start dividing, we will see that it's 3 times. So our answer for this box would be 3, and we can put or multiply by 2 here, because if we multiply 2 times 3, we're going to get 6. Keep up. I hope I'm not losing anyone. Just keep up. Now let's see if we can solve these. We have half, and we want to find out the equivalent fractions for this. We have 1/3. We want to find out the equivalent fractions for this. So remember, whatever we do to the denominator, we're going to do it to the numerator. Whatever we do to the numerator, we're going to do it to the denominator. So whatever digit we're using, we're going to use that same digit for both the numerator and the denominator. So here we go for half. We want to find out an equivalent fraction. So we have box over 4. So what number can I use to multiply 2 by that will give me 4? Let's go to our multiplications table. And if we look at it, it will say 2 multiplied by 2 gives us 4. And then I was about to write here, but I forgot we have box over 6, box over 8 to do. So 2 multiplied by 2 gives us 4. 2 multiplied by 1, it gives us 2 multiplied by 1 gives us 2. Let's do this one now. What number can we multiply 2 by to get 6? So here, I'll just put that we use 2 here. So let's go here now. What number can we multiply 2 by to get 6? And if we go back to our multiplications table, we'll realize that if we multiply 2 by 3, so let's just put our 3 here so we remember what number we used to multiply. So we multiply 2 by 3, and that gave us 6. And if we multiply 1 by 3, that will give us 3. Very good. So let's do the same thing for this one. 2 multiply by what number will give us 8? Or we can say 8 divided by 2, or how many times can we get 2 out of 8? And if we go to our multiplications table, what will we get? If you know the answer for this one, I'm going to leave it for you to put down in the comment section. Now let's go to 1 over 3 or 1/3. So what number can we multiply 3 by that will give us 6? Or how many times does 3 go into 6? And if we go back to our multiplications table, we know that is 2 times. So let's just put our 2 here, and we're going to say 3 times 2, it gives us 6. So we're going to use this same number to multiply here. So we're going to say 2 multiplied by 1, it will give us 2. And also what you need to know is if we should break this down or simplify it, we're going to get our 1/3 again. Because if we should say 2 into itself, it goes 1 times. And if we should ask again, how many times can we get 2 out of 6? We're going to get 3. So let's go to this one now. So how many times can we get 3 out of 9? Or we can ask ourselves, what number can we multiply 3 by to get 9? And if we go to our multiplications table again, we will see that that is 3. So let's just put this here. 3. So if we say 3 times 3, that gives us 9. And 1 times 3, that gives us 3. And if we should break this down, we will get our 1/3 again. 3 into itself, it goes 1 time. 3 into 9, it goes 3 times. And for this, I'm going to leave this one box over 12 for you to give me your answer in the comment section. So let's do one final one. So now here we have 3 over 6. We have 3 over 4. So same equivalent fraction, but we're going to use 2 different methods to solve these equivalent fractions. Now notice we don't even have any hint or anything to find out what the answer is. But what we do know is that we can simplify one and we can use another method to answer the other. So let's start with simplifying. So we have 3 over 4. And we also have box over box. Don't know what the answer is. Sorry about that. A call was just coming in. So here we go. If we should simplify 3 over 6, sorry, we should get, if anyone knows, just pause the video and give me the answer. But let's continue. So let's simplify 3 over 6. So 3 into 3 goes how many times? How many times can I get 3 out of 3? If I have 3 things, how many times can I get 3 out of 3? And that should be once, 1 time. How many times can I get 3 out of 6? That should be 2 times. And there is something that that just came to me in terms of 3 over 6. Now, with fractions like 3 over 6, any fraction in which the numerator is half of the denominator, so we know that the numerator is the top number, The bottom number, we call it the denominator. Don't use top number, bottom number. Just use the correct terms, which are numerator, denominator. So we know that a fraction in which the numerator is half of the denominator is it will always be equivalent to half. So that's a giveaway right away. So once you look at the top number, so we know that half of 6 is 3. So once the numerator is half of the denominator, our answer is going to be an easy half without even having to solve anything. Next, we have 3 over 4. The next method we're going to use is we're going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same non-zero number. So we're going to pick a non-zero number and we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number. So let's just pick one, the first one that pops into my mind. Let's go with 3, or let's do 2. Okay, so we're going to have 2, same thing we're doing for the top, we're going to be doing it for the bottom. Same thing we do for the numerator, we're going to be doing it for the denominator. So here we go. So we're going to multiply 3 by 2 and 4 by 2. 3 multiplied by 2 gives us 6. 4 multiplied by 2 gives us 8. So remember the two things I just said. We're able to simplify, and we're also able to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number. And always remember, a fraction in which the numerator is half of the denominator, it's equivalent to half, automatically equivalent to half. Hopefully, this helped someone. I have one more win, which we can just simply try this one in terms of when the numerator is half of the denominator. Let's look at that one and then we're done. So here we go. 5 is half of 10. Automatically, we know our answer is going to be half. 4 is half of 8. Automatically, we know our answer is going to be half. If we should even go ahead and just say, let's break it down. Let's go. Let's break it down. So 5 can go, we can get 5 things out of 5 things just once. We can get 5 things out of 10 things twice. We can get 4 things out of 4 things once. We can get 4 things out of 8 things twice. I really do hope this video helps someone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and tell me if you would like for me to go through any other math topics for you. Even if it's an English language topic, you can let me know in the comment section and I'll be going through that for you. Thanks. See you next time.